The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
My father, over Shalom, today's his yahrzeit. He begged me, Zecharia, come out once a week to Muncie. It's an hour. I want to learn with you. Let's finish a Masechta together. He begged me. I said, Ty, I don't have time. Cat's in the cradle. I don't have time. And then he died. And I can't go to Muncie. I didn't think he was going to die at 67 years old. I said, Dad, I will finish with you. Don't worry. You're going to live till 90. But he didn't. And I never made that trip to Muncie. And I never sat and learned with him. I had the dream. I'm going to do it. And then I poured the wine. I poured my connection to my father a year when the doctor told him 3 months. I'll never forget, I was sitting next to him. We were inseparable, me and my father. He was my Rabbi. He was my father. He was everything. I never loved another human being in the world as much as I loved him. We were connected totally. I am him. I am a little teeny bit of him. And he's sitting there. He came from Eretz Yisrael. He couldn't swallow. He went to the doctor and they did a endoscopy. And the doctor came back. I'll never forget. I was sitting with him. And the doctor said, you have cancer. And it's a very aggressive cancer. It's esophageal cancer. And my father said, where do you get cancer from? Esophageal cancer. And they said, smoking or drinking. My father didn't drink. My father said, I used to smoke unfiltered cigarettes, was in the army, but I stopped when I was 30. I'm 67. How could I get cancer from smoking? I stopped at 30. And the doctor said, cancer cells, once you create them, they lay dormant. And the stuff that you created between the ages of 16 and 30, they lay dormant. But so my father said, I'll never forget it. It's Zecharia, don't ever forget. It's Chatasayani Eskar. It's from the stuff from the past. And the doctor said, you have 3 months. Could you imagine when a person is told that you're not going to be here with your kids or grandchildren anymore in 3 months? Could you imagine a more traumatic moment in a person's life? There is none. And my father looked at the doctor and you know what he said? Can you guarantee me 3 months? And the doctor said, what are you saying, Mr. Wallerstein? He said, you're God? God doesn't guarantee me the next moment. You're telling me for sure I'm going to live for 3 months? That's amazing. And the doctor looked at me and said, is he like normal? I'm like, no, he's my father. You can guarantee him 3 months. It's the best news he ever heard in his life. We say every day we don't know the next moment. The next moment's your last moment. But in walks this guy and says, you guarantee 3 months. That's how he took the news. You understand who this man was? So he took the news that you got 3 months. And I came to Eretz Yisrael. I'm saying it on his yahrzeit. I came to Eretz Yisrael because I could not let that man die. He could not die. I came to Eretz Yisrael. I went to every makubal, every gadol, every tzaddik. And I went to the kaisel. I'll never forget it, like now. And I just stood there and cried. I said the whole Tehillim. I said, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, listen to me very carefully. It was 18 years ago, so I was a Rabbi at that point for 20 years, bringing kids who were not from back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Said, here's the deal. I learned from a B'nai Yisrael, don't ever ask for too much in tefillah. So I said, I'm not asking you to heal my father. I'm asking you that instead of 3 months, you give him a year. Happens all the time. Doctors say 3 months, people live a year and a half or longer. Give me a year, because I want to go Wednesday to go learn with him. I want to do that year that he asked me for. I said, I'm trading in my 20 years as a Rebbe. I don't want any schar. I don't want any schus. Give it to whoever you want to give it to. I'm trading it in. I want 1 year. That's all I'm asking is 1 year. I came home, told my father I had all kinds of stuff we smeared on him. I got from Mekubalim, all kinds of, every trick I tried, everything you wouldn't, the mayors in water and then whatever. He died 3 months to the day. God didn't give me a minute. Trading in 20 years. God, I work for you. Now I'm asking you a favor. I asked you for a year. I didn't ask you for much. 3 months? Maybe 3.5 months. What's the deal? I came home. I sat Shiva. I called the rabbi in Crown Heights Yeshiva, and I said, I quit. I don't work for God no more. No more teaching. I'm going to be like all the other balabatim. Since I couldn't cash in my chips anyway, I guess they're not worth anything. So I'm done. And I told him to find another Rebbe. Finito. No more Rebbe. I'm going to make money. I'll write some checks. Why should I be a Rebbe? You can't cash it in. What am I doing it for? And I walked out for a week. And that whole week, I said, what, Dad, what would you want me to do? Would you want me to walk out of being a Rebbe because you died? No way. You would want me to do more than I've ever done before. So I went back to become a Rebbe, and that week I opened Arnava for the first time. And everything since then that I've done, including standing here and talking to you guys, is only after he died. I was not a speaker before then. And I believe very much that the koyach I have is coming from Shemayim, of course it's coming from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but I believe that can do it is Rav Yitzchak ben Achav Shmuel HaKayin with my father. So you never give up, guys.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org